So, Space Jam: A New Legacy, or Space Jam 2, whatever we want to call it, came out Friday on theaters and on HBO Max. And the movie seems to have different opinions all over the place, from critics to fans to just mainstream audiences. And honestly, I'm mixed myself. But I think in this video, I have 3 good ideas that would make the movie better for everyone, no matter how much you loved it to how much you hated it. But first, hi, hope you had a great day. You're watching Joy Entertainment. I would very much appreciate it if you could leave a like. It would really help out the video out, and it would make my day. So definitely make sure to leave a like, especially if you end up enjoying this video or if you end up agreeing with my ideas to make the movie better. As well as subscribe to get more content on your favorite entertainment. This includes movies, TV shows. I cover box office. I cover streaming charts. In fact, my latest video was just a covering of streaming charts. And so much more. And I'm going to make a video on Space Jam vs. Black Widow success, as stuff like that. So make sure to subscribe to get videos like that. I have so much videos, so just make sure to subscribe. You can check out a lot of videos on my channel as well. And I have so much more coming, so subscribe so you don't miss any. As well as comment what you thought on the movie. I will read for sure and respond. So let me know down below what you thought of the movie. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you have mixed feelings like me? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Comment all that down below, and I'll definitely make sure to read it, like I said earlier, and respond. Okay, now let's get started. So, one of the big problems that I thought was a huge problem for this movie, and I definitely think that if you improve this, or if you actually make this work, will make this movie better, is letting us know how the game actually works in the movie. And at the very start of the movie, Don, the son of LeBron, creates the game, which is inspired out of basketball. Or as he says, it's basketball, but with a twist that makes it fun. We get a glimpse of it at the start when LeBron and his son played, but we only really saw that there was different characters and that there was jumpy pads. That was all. But at the end of the movie, and the final showdown that takes place in Dom's game, there's a whole lot of things in the game that we never saw, or the movie never set up. It made no sense, which at that point, it really lost me in the movie. It seems like Porky rapping or the Looney Tunes getting a machine for them to score 1,000 points. I think the movie just got out of hand, and the reason for that is that they really didn't explore and set the rules in the game and how this game really works, which made us not feel invested. If we can't tell how to score, if we can't tell what's restricted and what isn't, I can't feel invested. I can't know what's going on without knowing what you're supposed to do first. And I definitely think that was a huge problem, especially since that was like half of the movie. And I was like, what's going on? And it wasn't good. So I definitely think that we had to know how the game actually works. For example, I think the idea of unlocking a new character is super cool in the middle of the game, and I wish this would have been established earlier in the movie. Maybe if there were like if you got certain points, you get a new character or you get a new player to your team. So I think that would have been awesome. I think that would have been a great concept to explore, but they didn't. Maybe maybe like, you know how there was different point styles, like the senior discount, which got like more points and stuff like that. Maybe it would have actually set all of that up. I would understand. Oh, they did the move. But instead, I couldn't tell. And like at the end of the movie, the game just went insane with the guy controlling the game and all stuff like that, and the referee cheating and all that type of stuff, which really lost me. So I think that the game really needed to be explained, really needed to have certain rules, because I think the game having no rules was a huge problem, and I wish I would have at least had some rules, some sort of control over the chaos, which I definitely think was not present in this movie. So yeah, that's the first thing that I think that this movie improved and did really good. This movie would be amazing. Like I said, I think it had great concepts, but never set up anything, and it was just all messy. For example, the rapping battle, which I still think shouldn't have happened in the game. I think that could have been way better. Maybe like a mid-time. Yeah, each one of them has to give a mid-time show. Whoever does better gets a lot of points or something like that. I think that could have been great. But I definitely think that needed to be explained. Like whenever LeBron just stops playing in the middle of the game, just ruin the pacing, and it just like, this is a game, you can't do that, right? And then it just let it happen. But that was against the rules or stuff like that, and I really wish that the game would have explored a lot more. So yeah, that's the first thing. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. The next thing that I think this movie really could have benefited from having is more development with the Looney Tunes. In this movie, the Looney Tunes really got little to no development, even though there was a great setup for their own story to get them developed. And they're literally supposed to be really important characters, but they just kind of didn't get developed. And like I said, literally had a setup story. What was the setup story? Well, they were dated, and they had to put them in with bigger brands to get the brands a boost, which I think was amazing. I think that this would have really explored like the tragedy of them not being popular anymore and the tragedy of them having to change, and how maybe whenever they go back to the game, they feel like they're themselves again. Maybe they feel like, okay, this is me. This is that. Before that wasn't who I was. This is me now. And I feel like we never explored that. I was like, it makes no sense. I mean, it's literally who they are, and they just change and they come back like nothing without zero exploration. I would think that this could have been a super super good concept. I think it had an amazing concept. Like maybe some of them were just like, I don't want to do this, or maybe some of them were like, I like this life more. Like for example, Lola Bunny, she looked like she liked the Amazonian life, and the duck, he looked like he liked to be Superman and stuff like that. And I really wish that if they would have had like a stronger feelings towards this, I really wish that they would have been like, oh, I hated that they made me change, and I feel like I'm myself again, or I wish I could go back to where I was. I actually like being an Amazonian more. I like being Superman more. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? I really wish we could have explored that, because it just makes sense for them to get that character arc. None of them had a character arc except for Bugs Bunny, but nobody else had character arcs. They barely had any lines, and it was kind of disappointing because obviously in the original Space Jam it wasn't like that. And I really wish this had this strength that the original Space Jam has, which is to develop the Looney Tunes. And like I said, it had a great setup. It was just that they were outdated. Nobody wanted them. They mixed them with bigger brands. Why can't that be a great character arc for them to realize, no, we had to be ourselves. No matter what, we had to be ourselves. Like, technically, I guess it could have been there, but they didn't really explore it. It was just there, but they didn't explore it at all. I wish we would have had good scenes with them exploring. Maybe we were actually us. We would be winning this game. Or maybe trying to be somebody else, which was kind of explored, was a failure, which was really explored. Like, there was a great cross of themes between LeBron and his son, making his son trying to be like him, and the was trying to be like LeBron. I just feel like it wasn't very well explored, and I really wish that it would have been very well explored. Like I said, I'm not trying to change this movie at all. I'm just putting what the movie set up there and how they could have really improved this to make the movie way better. I think we would have just had a couple scenes with the Looney Tunes just talking to each other about how they feel. It would have been way better. Maybe in the midtime show, if they actually had some seriousness to how they feel, instead of trying to trick us with a cameo, we would have felt more emotion to them, more development to them. Maybe before the game started, they would have had a little bit more moment to talk, to reunite, to be like, I haven't seen you in such a long time. I miss you. What are we doing here? I don't want to be here. Stuff like that. I really wish that it could have made the movie better. And I definitely think that the movie really needed this. I think that the movie didn't want to go here because Bugs Bunny had a full character arc. He had an amazing character arc. I love this character arc. He had his whole family, or whatever you want to call it, left him. And he was there alone, and he fought to bring them back. I thought that was a great character arc, and then he died at the end, happily to know that they were all back, united as a family. I thought that was great. I thought that was a very emotional, I thought that was a very touching arc. But then, for them to just get rid of it in less than 5 minutes from his death scene, completely cheapened out the whole character arc. It completely ruined the whole character arc. I was like, okay, never mind. That was lame. When you could have, they really had something there. They really had some strength there, and I really wish that they would have not shying away from me and not being scared from me, but instead embrace that. Yeah, he had his character. He died, and that's okay. He died. He accomplished his family to go back together. You could have made him come back. Maybe in Space Jam 3, that's the mission. Make Bugs Bunny come back. If we win this game, we get Bugs Bunny back. Stuff like that. But at least keep this movie, his character arc complete, instead of having to bring him back just because it's a kids movie, I guess. I don't know what the reasoning behind bringing him back 5 minutes after he died, and an incredible death scene, to say the least. I mean, it was really good. The character arc fully completed and everything, only for it not to for it to get cheapened out at the end. I just wish that it would have not shined away from him dying. Another thing that I think that the Looney Tunes element could have used was more time together with LeBron. I really wish that they would have had more time for them to actually develop closer. With anything, I just wish that they would have had more time. Maybe they made him self-reflect a little bit more. Like, I know technically they did it in the mid-time of the game, but that was super quick. I wish they would have started building up to it so that in the mid-time show it all made sense, instead of all of a sudden, oh yeah, I should let you be yourselves. No, I wish I would have started building up with it with the Looney Tunes, telling them we can't be like you, stuff like that. I wish I would have built up like that instead of just oh yeah, I should let you guys be yourself, like I said. So that's what I think the movie could have really used, and it could have really made the movie better, because the Looney Tunes were super fun whenever they were the Looney Tunes, but they just had no characters. There was no character in it. It was just fun, but that was it. There was nothing there, unlike Bugs Bunny. I think Bugs Bunny had a great character, but everybody else was just there. And I really wish that each one of them, or at least most of them, had some sort of character and some sort of character development in total, so that you don't feel like the movie's all crammed up to really explore this movie. I think it would have been great. And lastly, I think the another thing that could have made this movie amazing was the villain, and how he could have had a motivation that I actually fit with the movie, rather than I want to be famous or you rejected me. It just kind of makes him look like a crybaby, and I kind of don't like it, especially since in the middle of the movie he was really in touch with the kid. He really understood the kid, and I really wish there was something there. My ideal for this, and this has kind of changed the movie, not like the other ones. This has kind of changed the movie. Is that the movie? It said that villain had the motivation that his father didn't support him, just like LeBron doesn't support his son, and that he was always trying to be that good son. He was always trying his best, but in the day his father never supported him, and he kind of lost his humanity, and his father not supporting him, which kind of made him maybe be a little bit evil, and maybe and the guy was technically still good, and the creator coded this AI, the algorithm, which is obviously the same person as the creator. According to this movie, it was like the same person. So maybe it's the same person in algorithm, right? And there's an alter ego. There's two egos. There's one where he's still evil. He still doesn't. He still does bad stuff, but he has these feelings. He feels like I should. That my father, he left me. He still has this humanity. And then this other ego, which is his code, and this code is like, I have to do what's best for me. My code, I have to do what's the best for me, what's the best for Warner Brothers, stuff like that. So that by the end of the movie, you still have a great villain, but he's not two-dimensional, just like you rejected me. No, he's three-dimensional. He has this emotion, he has this heart to him, instead of just being jokes. Because this would have been really good. I think especially since those scenes with the LeBron's son Dom worked so well between him and our algorithm. I forgot what his name was. I think those scenes really worked very well. Whenever they were just talking, they were like, "I know your father doesn't understand you. This is the only way for your father to understand the power. You have to be powerful. You have to show him." Maybe that's how he thought about him with his own father. Right? I had to show him that I created this, and that's why that's how my father really understood me. Maybe that's how he felt. He could have really had this connection with Dom. But at the end of the movie, he was conflicted between himself, because like I said, he has two different egos, and maybe he was like, I really don't want to win this game. I really want to let them free. I really want to let them be happy. And then the other side of him is like, I'm gonna win this because it's the best for me. It's the best for the code. It's the best for Warner Brothers. It's the best for everything. I really wish that we had this sort of thing. And then maybe if they won the game, the code would be removed, and then we would just have regular algorithm, the one with the heart, the one with the emotion, the one with the memories. And I think this would have been great. I think this could have really given this movie the other thing that they needed. I think the villain in this movie was great. I think he stole the show a lot. But I think the fact of having a villain that really could have connected with the character's story arc really could have been better, especially since the setup was right there. It was so easy to do. It was super easy to do. If I can think about it, I'm pretty sure writers could think about it. And I think it was amazing. I really think that if they really did this, it would make the movie a lot better. It would go from being super cartoonish at the end with the guy kind of turning into this big CGI monster, to it being more about the heart. It being more about the relationships between father and son. It really focusing on that theme rather than kind of just dissolving it. No, I really wish that villain, our algorithm, really fit into that. And I think it would have been really good. I think it would have been really good to have him have a story of his own with his own father, and really relating to the kid. These are the three things that I think would make Space Jam 2 or Space Jam: New Legacy better. And what are these? Just to recap, they would be actually make us understand the game and set up how the game works and set up rules, so we actually know what's going on in the final battle. Number two, actually give development to the Looney Tunes and don't shy away from Bugs Bunny's death scene to give him that full character arc. I think I really like that one a lot. And then number three, give this villain a backstory that really kind of relates with Dom and really kind of fits with the theme overall. And just give this villain go from 2 dimensions to 3 dimensions, and just let him fit through the game so that it really feels more of a personal story, more of a father and son story than just like I'm a cartoon villain. I'm stronger now. I'm a monster. Stuff like that. So definitely tell me down below if you agree with this. I'm very curious to hear if you agree with these reasons. I really hope I did. I really hope I explained myself to why I think these 3 reasons will make the movie better. And if you do, tell me down below. Tell me if you agree and why you agree. And if you don't agree, tell me why don't you agree. And I'll definitely make sure to read all of the comments, and I'll respond to all of the comments. I just want to hear different opinions. So please and definitely tell me that down below. Feel free to tell me anything. Feel free to tell me your own ideas. I think this will make the movie better because I'll definitely read that to it and I'll definitely respond. So yeah, tell me that down below. As well as make sure to leave a like. I would very much appreciate if you could leave a like for this video, especially if you enjoyed it. Please leave a like. It would also make my day a lot. So please leave a like. As well as subscribe. I get a lot more content. I have a lot more content. In fact, I'll link some videos here. I don't know what videos I'm putting. I'm just editing them here. But yeah, definitely make sure to check out a lot more content on my channel. And there's a lot more content coming on your favorite entertainment. Marvel, DC, any other big movies that are coming out, Snake Eyes, so I don't know what, a bunch of other movies that are coming out. Anything that you're curious on movies, anything that's big on movies or TV shows, I'm definitely going to be covering. So definitely make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that on your favorite entertainment. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And this is your entertainment out.